And I'm done. It is now 8:45. It is about an hour and a half before my block was supposed to end. So hopefully, if you follow my advice, you can be about as good as me. Maybe not exactly, but. What's up, guys? I'm Old Head Mike. Welcome to
Gig Strats.
I will be talking about different tips and tricks and strategies to help you make the most out of your time doing gig work. But anyways, I've been a delivery driver for 20 years, almost exactly. Been pizza delivery since 2004. Uber Eats, DoorDash, since around, various dates since around 2016. We did Flex, started doing Flex around 2018. And I also was a DSP for 3 years. Horrible job, but I liked the act of actually delivering the items, so that's why I still do Flex. So yeah, hopefully you enjoy this first video about how to load your packages in the most efficient manner, and maybe learn a little something new, and let's go. So today I'm going to be showing you how to organize your packages for Flex. Yes, it may look disorganized, because there's a whole bunch of packages in here. I got like 33 of them. But there is a method to the madness, and I know exactly where, more or less where everything is, without having to mark anything, though that can, expedite the process if they don't have the numbers. But luckily mine do. I have the number 6 right here. I'm going to show you after I deliver all these, because I'm not going to waste time while I have these packages in my car, because that's not how I make money. So let me finish these and I will let you know how it went. So I guess we'll start with, for loading packages, 2 things you'll need. One is a Sharpie. It's optional. I don't use it too often, only if the station really messes up really bad. Normally they're pretty good about having the numbers on the packages. And the second thing you'll need is just good memory and planning. So I guess if you want to make that 3 things. But yeah, let's go to the car. All right, so you get to the station and they're going to give you your totes, right? You're going to have totes and overflow boxes. So with the packages, you're going to run into one of 2 things. There will be a sticker, and it will either have, see this right here, 736. If it says some big number like that, you're probably screwed, and that's when you're going to need a Sharpie. Or it will say, 1 through 35. So it'll be this one will say 1, another one will say 2. That's when you're in luck. The station did good, and that means that all of your stuff is pretty much in order. So if yours has some big numbers like that, or random numbers, you're going to have to pay a little bit more attention, and that's when you're going to need the Sharpie. So when you're loading your car, the best thing to do is to find your first package. Go on your itinerary and click on the first one, slide it up or whatever, and it'll say the package number on the bottom right. So it'll say 736 if that's this one. If it says 1, then you're in luck and you can pretty much go from there. But if it says 736 or whatever number, sometimes they'll even say U58, random shit like that. That's when you'll have to start remembering numbers and where they go. So you'll mark that one number 1. You'll get your Sharpie, put number 1. Now you're going to be in a rush. The station's going to try to hurry you. So again, that's why I normally don't use the Sharpie. I just try to remember as best as I can. At least find your first package, and if that first package is in a tote, more than likely all the packages that come after it are going to be in that tote. They're going to be all kind of clumped a little bit together, more than likely. Sometimes not, obviously, but so anyways, you're going to take those and you're going to start loading up your car. So the way I like to do it is my front seat, I will get packages let's say 1 through 10, right? Maybe not exactly, depends on the size. If they're all really small, I can fit more. If they're really big, less, obviously. But rule of thumb, it's around 1 through 10. So as I start unloading, I'll look for like number 10 or something like that. Number 10, 9, 8, 7. And then I'll start loading them in the car. So I'll put number 10 right here in the passenger seat. Number 9, 8, 6 on top of it. The bags I'll normally put on the floorboard over here in the passenger side. So there, boom. I've got 1 through 10 right here, lined up, ready to go. I'll normally put like the first one, especially if it's a bag, I'll put it on my dash. So then, say you've got like 30 packages, right? So 10 through 20, that's when I'll put passenger side, back seat, right? Same concept. I'll start with the higher number, put it on the bottom, 20, 19, 18, 17, etc., etc. 21 through 30, driver's side, back seat. So what do I put in the trunk? I try not to put anything in the trunk. That will slow you down a ton, in my opinion, at least for my car. It's just a pain in the ass to have to pop the trunk, get out, look in the trunk. Obviously, if you have really big packages somewhere, you're going to need to put some in the trunk. Or if you just have, 45 packages or all of your packages are big, of course, you're going to have to put some in the trunk. But I try to avoid it the most. I will shove everything I can in the cab because that way, when I'm driving, especially if I have everything semi-numbered or I know in my head whereabouts everything is, I can just kind of, look around and grab it while I'm driving, safely, of course. But anyways, so, I'll take number 1, deliver it. Second one should be right here. Take off, grab number 2, set it on the dashboard. Boom, 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 boom. Within the first 20 minutes, wow, my passenger seat is completely gone. Cool. I'll, take off. I'll know kind of where number 11 is. I'll grab it, put it up here, and then once I get, where I'm going, if it's a clear road, there's not too much in the way, I will, open the door, kind of move everything from there back in my front. So now I've got another 10 packages or so, whatever number that can fit up here, ready to go. Rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. It's fairly simple, especially once you get it going and you've done it enough times, you'll remember how the steps, and it'll just come naturally to you. Now, again, if, that's kind of if the packages are numbered properly. If they're not numbered properly, you can stop somewhere and number them yourself with your magic marker. I personally don't, because it takes more time. You could argue that, it saves you time in the long run because you're, you know where everything is exactly. But I think that's debatable because you can sit there fumbling around packages for a good while. So again, when you have your totes, if they're not numbered properly, if they're, high numbers that aren't really in order, kind of separate them by totes. Have the first tote that had the first package up in the front. Second one, again, you'll be in a rush, so it's kind of hard to keep up with it, but once you've done it enough times, you'll know where to go. So organizing packages, I guess that's about it. And loading the car. That's all that I can think of for right now. So if you guys have any questions about that or other areas for other videos that I can record, leave them in the comments and stay tuned. I'll make further videos, and hopefully I'll get a better mic because this one probably is not the best, but I just wanted some even audio. But all right, thanks for watching, and excuse me while I go make some money.